Hello everybody, welcome back to the Player Ranking Show. After Liverpool beat Newcastle United 2-0, that's kind of irrelevant at this point because Liverpool are 13 points clear at the top of the Premier League. That's the headline right here. Liverpool are gonna win the Premier League. God, I feel so fucking sick saying it. Oh, it almost feels dirty, but in the best possible way. Oh, we are though, aren't we? We are. Back me up on it. Okay. This is the part of the night where we rank the players from boss sound to your messing. Let's be honest. That's that done. Yeah, let's do it. Alison Becker. We're going to try and stay on task here. I've spent the last 20 minutes or so just saying how it feels, how emotional it is, and how brilliant it's going to be when we do get to lift number 20. Yeah, that was brilliant. I really enjoyed myself, but I do want to do my actual job for a little bit. If you can help me with it, that'd be amazing. Love you all very much. Sound. That is very true. Nothing's ever been more accurate than that. It's like you've known me all my life. Alison Becker, you guys missed my show. Oh, sorry, Dan. I'll try and rectify that just quickly because I don't like doing that. And I do apologise. Here we go. Oh, no, I've got it. Oh, Jesus Christ. What's he on now? Like 107 or something mad? No. He's going to set some ludicrous individual records, isn't he? Let's be honest. Another assist tonight, of course. Compulsory, customary. Obligatory at this point. Yeah, I don't know. Like Premier League wise, it's already, was it 52, something fucking insane like that? It's just, the numbers are so high. My terrible E in GCSE maths can't even comprehend what's going on right now. And for those not au fait with how the British GCSE system works, it wasn't very good. That I was definitely English and media and PE. Predominantly heavy when it came to studying. Maths was not my strong point. Arithmetic I'm okay with, but like big numbers and adding stuff up, yeah, not so much. Anyway, I'll stop talking about my GCSEs because that's not what I'm here for. Arsenal just cancelled out or draw with Villa, but they draw with Forest. Yeah, they absolutely did, yeah. Anyway, back on task, as I was saying. He is inevitable, absolutely he is. Alison Becker, boss, referee. Yeah, the referee was shite, but don't worry about him. Yeah, it's got to be gone. What do we need that for? 13 points clear. Don't need that shite. Tarnishing our fun. Boss, just boss, says Michaela. Michaela, as you know, I'm a big fan of going off your guidance, so that'll do for me. I mean, that feels a bit high, doesn't it? I've checked myself there a little bit. Trent, Alexander-Arnold, anyone? Any takers for Trent? What we saying? Thought it was decent, like actually, in what could have been testing circumstances against Anthony Gordon. That never really materialised into anything. Now, a lot of that was due to Liverpool just being the better team and dictating so many of the terms. But yeah, never really got troubled necessarily and showed off quite a lot of his his passing range too, which, let's be honest, is just ludicrous. High sound, the trend sound, boss, mid sound, boss, sound, okay. Yeah, true, actually, on the alley front, that is sound. Let's do Trent. Straddling. Are we straddling? Have we got our first straddler? High sound. A few bosses. He did defend really well. Back to his best. I like that. Okay. Ibu Kanate. Straddling. There we go, C-Mac. I knew you'd have me back. What do we think of Ibu tonight? Just sensational. What about striding into midfield, like what, and starting us off starting an attacking move. Ibu Kanate, who do you think you are? Joel Matip. Ibu boss, Dan, there's no worries, mate. Thank you very much. 50. I mean, yeah, it's just daft to be honest with you. Whatever number we think, you can probably add about 10 to it at this point because the fella, he was desperate to score tonight. I've never seen him so. He deserved it. He did absolutely everything. At one point, he won a flick on. Like Peter Crouch. It was... Anyway. Boss. E-boss. Nicely done. Really? Are we 1 to 100? I feel much better now about saying we're going to win the league right at the start of this show. Boss. Like an impenetrable wall. Okay. Ibu, but I thought you said impregnable for a second. Which I guess would also be accurate. Sam nearly caused a goal. Yeah, Wilson got him behind him once or twice early on, but I think generally speaking, it was a solid night for me, and another clean sheet. Those two together, right? I mean, we all know, take a walk around my centre half, he's a colossus. Like, the two of them, imagine you were a centre forward. No wonder Isak didn't fancy it. Good Lord. Ibu, Virgil, Itis, is that a thing? Let's do Virgil. Boss, best centre back. Yeah, and by some distance as well right now. Like, I know we all like having a laugh and slagging off Arsenal and whatever. Yeah, it's funny, ultimately. But Saliba and Gabriel are also a sensational duo. They just are. But it helps when so much of your game is centred around being defensively solid, and your manager, his first thought is, how do we not concede goals? And the second thought is, how do we score from corners? Like, it makes being a good centre-half partnership quite easy when you've got usually a Declan Rice, sometimes Mikel Moreno, the striker. You've got a DM playing up top, for fuck's sake. But, like, you've got other defensive midfielders, one of whom, helping. That is his go-to. That's his MO. Don't concede. So, yeah. Of course they're going to have a decent track record. But these two, on the other hand, are playing in a very front-footed team who want to be aggressive and want to be attacking. And yet still, they're unbelievable. Unbelievable. Everybody was boss. That makes it a quick show. But I don't hate it. Let's do Virgil. The big boss. Big Virg boss. Yeah. Same as Ibu, Virgil, boss. Okay, it was a quietish game, I guess, for them. Boss sound, that to me means straddle, wonderful. Costas Tsimikas from the start tonight. What do we make of Costas? A slot machine tattoo. I'm going to have to see what that looks like before I agree to anything, to be honest. As you can see, I'm not adverse to tattoos. I've got 5, I think. Yeah, 5. And I am in the market for a 6th and possibly a 7th. Hadn't considered the slot machine. I'll level with you. I had not thought about that. Send me a picture on DMs of the tattoo and we'll talk. High sounds for Costas. I mean, that shot was one of the worst things I've seen this season. And I've watched Southampton play footy. It was dreadful. Absolutely appalling. He never scored before, which, when it was sort of brought to my attention, I thought, that feels mad. Because one of my abiding memories of Liverpool in recent times was the FA Cup final win. Of course, it's Costas with a pen. So I see him hitting the back of the net and running off celebrating, so therefore just assume he'd scored, but he hasn't. But then when you watch him do that tonight, you go, of course he hasn't scored. He was very good today. Shaky start, but sound in the second half. Yeah, I thought he was okay. Sound. I thought he was all right, I do. I don't think he was remarkable, don't think he was exceptional, but yeah, I thought he was decent. Ryan Gravenberch. What do we think about Ryan Gravenberch? Still just lovely to watch. And he still does things. There was a moment, I think it was midway through the first half, where he sort of shrugged off his man, turned another one, but then like the final bit of it, he tried to play a pass inside. It might have been to Mac Allister, got that bit wrong, and it went to the opposition, which was frustrating. But a lot of what he did in and around it was just sublime. Mac 10 would win the Falklands War at his current form. Let's not mix politics and sport. I'll take your point, but let's leave politics out of it, can we? Hi, boss. Oh yeah, people are having Ryan Gravenberch tonight. I tell you what, we spoke a minute ago about. It's interesting. A few different teams now have tried to target and isolate and ultimately nullify Ryan Gravenberch. To be fair, David Moyes and Everton did it probably better than most, and it is interesting how more and more teams are trying to employ that tactic. And why wouldn't you? Because he's been so instrumental in games of football. It feels a good way of trying to stop Liverpool. The only problem is when you do that, Alexis Mac Allister's not bad, Thompson Bosley's not bad, and those in front of him are an absolute piss take. So good luck trying to stop us. But as I've had to say though, as much as we spoke about Szoboszlai needing the rest, and he does, he needs a weekend off, like I do, to be honest. But yeah, Gravenberch is desperate for a rest, and he hasn't showed that many signs of it. He hasn't been collapsing in a heap on a pile on the floor like Dom has, or he didn't look hunched over and just completely empty like Trent did at the weekend. But I think there are slowly signs of fatigue just creeping in with Gravenberch in recent weeks that make you think the sheer number of minutes he's played, which by far and away surpasses anything he's done in the last 2 seasons, whether it be last year at Liverpool or the year before at Bayern. It makes sense. It stands to reason that he will be in need of a bit of a rest. But thankfully, he's going to get one. High sound, low boss. Let's do Dom Szoboszlai, sorry, my fault. Sobo needs a new category. I think that's the first time I've heard that about Szoboszlai this season, but I like that. But another straddler. You just love saying straddler. I'm convinced of it. At this point, I'm not sure you've said anything else. We can go back through your chat history, and when it's like 15 straddlers, we'll know. We'll know. Off the chart. Where did I put Gravenberch then? That feels a bit low. Sorry, I was too busy chatting. Just not the first time. Highest boss. Hello. Hiya, mate. Hope you're okay. Top boss. Top of bosses. Boss, man the match. Well, we'll have a man the match chat in a minute. But for now, I'll stick Dom there. I'll do that with Grav. We'll have a man the match chat in a minute. What do we make of Alexis? Goal. Another goal. Left-footed goal. Goes for like 2 sets of legs. Nick Pope. Yeah, okay. Maybe could do better. Perhaps. I don't know. I don't know if I could have played it at the end of the last show because the song thing's over there. I mean, it feels maybe possible. I'll try my best. I'll see what I can do for you. I'm not singing it. I know that. I could, but I'm not. Hi, boss. 2. We're on Mac Allister now. So same as Grav for Mac Allister. It did take a little deflection, yeah, but it wasn't the purest strike I've ever seen. But yeah, I think Nick Pope goes down a bit like me at goals on a Tuesday night when I just don't want to be in goal, to be honest with you. I avoid that call. Just don't make eye contact with whoever's in net at the time and you get away with it for much, much longer. And then when they shout, has anyone not been in twice, you just like go up top and like start pressing and shit because you don't want to be in net. Not for me. Alexis is our own little Messi. High praise indeed. Yeah, it's poor from Pope. Sluggish. Like fucking a big tree. Okay. Mac Boss, 8 out of 10. I mean, he's never been anything below an 8 out of 10. Somebody earlier on tonight mentioned my never-ending, never-wavering love for Alexis Mac Allister. But I felt seen at the time, to be honest. But I feel vindicated fast forward an hour and a half because he puts in yet another top class performance. So my point with him was the goal, a lovely take as well, by the way, lovely first time finish, starts to move as well. But he's everything, isn't he? Like we talk about Szoboszlai, he's got bags and bags of quality, technically very gifted. You know, we saw it when he first arrived at the football club, how sweet a strike he's got on him. He is a goal threat. And in my opinion, he should have scored more goals because he's so good at shooting from range and what have you. I think he became a little bit reluctant, a bit shot shy, actually. But we're seeing back to the best when it comes to that. His engine and his running power are probably his main 2 attributes, if we're being honest, and his defensive work rate, etc. Gravenberch, majestic, very aesthetically pleasing footballer. His reading of the game come on leaps and bounds. His ability to turn out of trouble in tight spaces and receive the ball under pressure are probably his key attributes, I would say. Passing range is nice too. Lots to like about all of them. Alexis Mac Allister is all of the things I've just said and more. Gets stuck in, runs his socks off every single game, never, ever, ever ceases to amaze me just how much work he gets through in a game. He seems to be at every single situation, good and bad, attacking and defensive, just a constant problem for oppositions. You must be a nightmare to play against. If you're a midfielder coming up against Alexis Mac Allister, you must be sick and tired of this fucking sight of him by the end of the match. But then he has so much quality as well on the ball. The complete midfielder. The complete midfielder. Anyway, I'll stop talking. I've been holding Mohamed Salah for like 15 minutes here. Where's my other 2? Let me grab them 2. Let's do Luis Diaz first. I've kind of thrown you all there. Massive curveball. Sorry about that. Let's do Luis Diaz. I must admit, I was really pleased with Luis Diaz. He is the complete player, by the way, Vexer Dog, I've just seen that. In the first half, in particular. I think second half, his influence waned a little bit on the game. We still had flashes, still had moments. But first half, Luis Diaz, I was shocked by how much Livramento allowed Diaz to travel with the ball. Like there's one or two moments, including for his assist for Szoboszlai in the first goal, you just let him run him for like 20 metres. At some point, you've got to engage. You can't just let him get into... The last thing you want to do is allow someone like Diaz, who's got a trick in his locker, who's got the ability to leave you for dead. You don't want to let him into the area. And that's exactly what he does. And Diaz chooses the right pass, and the weight of the pass is really good. But yeah, he was very direct. More direct than usual. I've been quite critical of Diaz in terms of his wing play because he feels like a lot of the time he was sort of getting to a certain area, stopping, standing his man, not trying to go past him and almost recycling and going again. It became a little bit predictable, I think, and he has so much ability. He has the ability to make people look stupid. I want him to do it more. Tonight was more like that. It was a much better performance. Back in his natural position, which might help. Cody Gakpo breathing down his neck on the bench, of course, waiting in the wings. Might have spurred him on to perform a bit better. But yeah, I thought he was good. Played well today. He did play well today. Boss from Solander. Boss with his defensive work is definitely... That's what does sort of make him stand out from Cody Gakpo whenever he is the guy. 100%. He puts in maximum effort down there, helps out whoever the fullback is. Absolutely agree with that. Yeah, okay. I think we're happy with Louis, aren't we? I'm going to pop him right there. Wonderful. Diogo Jota. What do we make of Diogo? I'm going to reserve my judgment and keep you powder dry on Diogo for a couple of minutes and let you guys do the talking. Yeah, there's a couple of nearly moments, wasn't it? A couple of nearly moments. Yeah, decent all-round performance from everyone. Nobody was poor tonight, I don't think, including Diogo. But yeah, I don't know. Not the sort of headline-grabbing performance from Diogo. In the round it, I'd say, yeah, a bit rusty maybe. Straddle on you. No, that's harsh. That's harsh. He's in the round the lower sound for me. A bit deeper. Yeah, he's been doing that quite a lot. I think he can do that role. He's one of the few nines compared to Darwin that are more at home, coming a little bit deeper, making things happen from there. Yeah, okay. Gonna pop him there. Thought he was decent. Don't think he was amazing. Speaking of amazing, Mohamed Salah. He does need a goal. And when he got took off, I must admit, because his currency is numbers. Like, when you end the season, obviously we always look at the injury record and the games he's missed because they are often a problem. And obviously the conversation further down the line, much further down the line, about who stays and who goes and what the balance and what the actual makeup of our attacking department is come next season. But all of a sudden, and this sounds a bit negative, especially considering the fucking circumstances, all of a sudden though, he's going for a few little appearances now without the goals coming either. And his numbers might not stack up as favourably as maybe they normally would come the end of the season. But there's time to rectify that. Let's wait and see. For now, though, let's do Mohamed Salah. Just the inevitability of it all, really. Love the assist. And the weight of the ball allows Mac Allister to hit the first time. But yeah, just the threat level and the fear he strikes into opponents is beyond normal at this point. He's beyond normal at this point. It's mind-blowing, honest to God. Like, no goal tonight, and his performance definitely warranted and deserved the goal. Absolutely, no two ways about it. And he was desperate to get it as well. Let's have it right. But best player on the pitch by a mile. Maybe not in terms of performance, maybe not in terms of what he actually produced tonight, but like just the sheer bloody-mindedness and the sheer, fear every time he touches it that runs through an opposition defence is just wonderful to watch. There's one or two things tonight where he just has to lose the ball in circumstance, and the next thing you know, he's a murderer it because he's stronger than everyone else, his feet are better than everyone else's. He threatened to replicate that City goal from a few years ago when he just absolutely left 3 or 4 of them grasping for thin air. Just fucking sublime. Absolutely sublime. Wanted his goal bad. Same as Diaz. Okay. I think he might be slightly higher than that, to be honest with you. He's got to break all kinds of records. Honestly, no record that you can think of at this moment feels out of bounds for Mohamed Salah, genuinely. A goal tonight would have furthered my confidence in terms of breaking the goal scoring record. But with Leicester and Southampton to come, who are, let's be honest, shipping goals right now, yeah, don't write that man off. And if you do it at your peril. Yeah, I'm going to leave that one on screen just momentarily. There we go. He is having fun. Sorry, I want to change that. Chef's kiss. He is having fun. And I get that sense as well. They all look like they're having fun, to be honest with you. See Curtis Jones, like the game's 2-0. And 2-0 is famously, you know, a scoreline that can be in jeopardy. And it's one that, you're never comfortable at 2-0. Curtis Jones is about to come on, having a laugh with Darwin Núñez. And like Aaron Briggs comes over, one of the coaches. And Johnny Eiting was our manager tonight. No one spoke about that. Johnny Eiting was our manager. I've just seen Johnny Eiting. Hang on. Slight tangent there for me. But yeah, like, fucking mad. Yeah, Curtis Jones having a laugh on the touchline. The shows, the fun they're all having, the camaraderie, the team spirit, the morale is absolutely through the roof right now. But they're so relaxed and comfortable and content in their own ability to see out a game of football. It's just, these are the days, my friend. These are the days. Let's do some subs before my voice gives up on me, which would be a shame, considering what I do for a living. Yeah, I think that's everyone. Let's just rattle through some subs, shall we? I do want to touch on, Cody, I've got a super chat, hang on. Mo Salah's outside the boot passes should be, yeah, they should be. They belong on a different website, begins with a P. You do with the rest. Cody Gakpo can go there. You can go there. You can go there. Curtis can go there. Where should Wataru Endo go? On the slot, 2-0 is game over. Yeah, sorry, I did nearly forget the subs. Endo boss, just because he is. Big tackle. Big tackle. I mean, he comes on the pitch, he's bound to be big. As inevitable as the Mohamed Salah goal contribution is, say the same for Wataru Endo, big tackle. Absolutely loves it. Endo high sound. Endo, subs all sound. Boss Endo. The overhead kick attempt was a thing, wasn't it? Yeah, that would have been, boss worthy in itself. Endo boss. Boss. Endo is a monster. That'll do for me. Clive. Johnny Heitinger. Now, spoiler alert, disclaimer on Johnny Heitinger. He does not have a magnet attached to him. I don't think we've expected him to be our manager at any point this season. Normally when we do these, we do it so when they leave, or if they ever leave, or the end of the season when everything changes, we can get them to sign it, and there's like a nice little keepsake for us, memento type thing. We weren't expecting him to actually be going on the board at any point soon, so bear with us. But let's do it. Let's see if we can position him in a place that means he doesn't need a magnet, and therefore he won't fall. And that's a good start. That is a good start. Okay. I think we're doing all right. You've all said boss. So I'm going to put him in boss. And I've left a lovely square there. Some might say it was planned. Don't listen to them. They're all liars. Finally, last thing we've got to do before we all say goodbye to each other. Man the match. Who was, Perry, listen, even if he could have brought on Kevin Kelleher up top, which I would have rated quite highly, to be honest with you, in terms of piss take levels. But he could have brought on Kelleher up top, thinking it was some sort of master plan. See back to Stuart Pearce, David James at Man City. He still would have been going there, because there's no you're messing anyway, and he would have fell like a stone. Let's do this, shall we? Man the match, who we saying? There's a few to choose from. Johnny Heitinger, Wataru Endo, Mo Salah, Dom Szoboszlai, Alexis Mac Allister. That's probably where we're looking, to be honest. I would. Were you the one who accused me of always picking Mac Allister before? Are you back? Good though, wasn't he? Dom, of course. We had a couple of Szoboszlai shouts. We had quite a few Szoboszlai shouts, to be honest with you. Possibly too many Szoboszlai shouts to overlook. I think I've been outvoted here, haven't I? Yeah, I think we're done. Do you know what? Normally, his model looks in doubt for a minute now when he got that free kick right to the nose. He is a bit too good looking, though, isn't he? Okay. I'll be honest. Normally, when we do man the match stuff, there's like a barrage of comments that have different names. Usually out of 2 or 3, but still different names constantly. That The only thing I've ever seen covered more than that is the ground covered by Dom Szoboszlai when he plays footy, because that is covered in Dom Szoboszlai, head to toe. A remarkable amount of Dom Szoboszlai. One shout for Johnny Eitinga, which I rate quite high, but other than that, it is all Dom, all Dom. Wow. I'm not gonna argue with you. It's not my place. Dom Szoboszlai, man of the match. Yeah, honourable mention for Mac Allister, thank you. Listen, they're all pretty good. I think Mac Allister and Dom were the two standouts personally. Dom, probably a fair call, and richly deserved. Not just for tonight, but the gargantuan shift he's put in over the past fortnight when Liverpool have been wall-to-wall footy and not always easy. Some testing, some proper examinations, some proper challenges in some difficult places to go as well. And that man has been sensational through the good, the bad and the ugly for us. Although ugly and Dominic Szoboszlai don't really fit. New haircut though, yeah, thanks for noticing. It only took like 3.5 hours, somebody mentioned that. Wish I never bothered. Sound, thank you for getting involved as ever. Much appreciated. As said by Scrap McLavish, I should check the name before I start reading the comment. Soak it all in. Liverpool 30 points clear at the summit of the Premier League. Rarefied air. Number 20 is coming in it. Might be coming. And you know what? I said it earlier on, but for those at the back and those that weren't here, we kind of got to enjoy winning the Premier League for the first time in a lot of our lifetimes. Some of you maybe have been fortunate enough to see us lift it numerous times down the years. Great, wonderful. It was the first time I'd ever watched it when we won it in COVID. And I was born in 91. Clearly, we hadn't won it since. It'd been a long time coming, and I'd prayed for it, dreamt of it, begged it a lot. And it was good. It was good. And I tried my best to enjoy and embrace it and to really sort of be in the moment and make the most of it, etc., etc., etc. But it was fucking hard, to be honest with you, because it wasn't what it should have been. We were robbed of that moment and the emotion and the passion and the friends and the family elements of it, of course, who were, fingers crossed, not this time for lots of reasons. Because, yeah, it's what it's all about. Liverpool Football Club is a special thing. It's very unique. And we do it for the fun of it. We do it for the love of it. But we do it to enjoy it together as well. And like I say, we weren't able to do that properly last time around. So fingers crossed we can, because it'll be really, really special. And do come along for it with us. Come to the city if you possibly can. If not, we'll help cover it as much as we possibly can from every single angle as ever. Honestly, thank you so much for getting involved in this bit, the last bit, the bit before, and the bit way before that as well. Because all of this is fucking pointless, right, you guys? It really is. Have a good night. I'm sure you will, because we are top of the league. Not just by a little bit, not just by a mini bit, not just by a sort of a medium bit either, by a fucking big bit at this point. Yeah, wonderful. You'll never walk alone. Up the Reds. See you soon.